Dear friends, this morning during sitting meditation, we were guided by Sister Concentration to breathe in and to become aware of our in-breath, and to breathe out and to become aware of our out-breath. And this is the first exercise of mindful breathing proposed by the Buddha himself. This is a very simple practice, very simple exercise, but the power, the result can be very great. And I call it an exercise to identify the in-breath as out-breath, in-breath, and out-breath as out-breath. When you breathe in, you know this is your in-breath. You don't say this is the out-breath, because it is the in-breath. You don't make the mistake. And in order not to make the mistake, you have to be concentrated. So the first exercise proposed by the Buddha is the identification of the in-breath as in-breath. To identify the in-breath and the out-breath. Breathe it in. I know this is my in-breath. Just recognize this is an in-breath. Very simple, very easy. And when you, in order to recognize your in-breath as in-breath, you have to bring your mind home to yourself. Because what is recognizing your in-breath is your mind. It is your mind that will recognize your in-breath as an in-breath. And the object of your mind, object of your mindfulness is the in-breath. Because mindfulness is always mindfulness of something. When you drink your tea mindfully, it's called mindful drinking. When you walk mindfully, that's called mindfulness of walking. And when you breathe mindfully, that is mindfulness of breathing. So in that moment, when you breathe in, the object of your mind, the object of your mindfulness is your in-breath. And you just focus your attention on it. Breathing in, I know this is my in-breath. And when you do that, the mental discourse will stop. You don't think anymore. You don't make an effort. You don't have to make an effort to stop your thinking, your mental discourse. You just bring your attention to your in-breath, and the mental discourse just stop. And that is the miracle of the practice. You don't think of the past anymore. You don't think of the future anymore. You don't think of your projects anymore. Because you are focusing your attention, your mindfulness on your in-breath. And you can do better. You can enjoy your in-breath. And the practice can be pleasant, joyful. Imagine someone is already dead. She cannot make any more in-breath. But we are alive. We are breathing in, And while breathing in, we know that we are alive. And the in-breath can be a celebration of the fact that we are alive. So breathing in can be very joyful. And when you are joyful, happy, you don't feel sleepy, you don't feel that you have to make any effort at all. Breathing in, I know this is my in-breath. I am alive. I am breathing in. To be alive is a miracle. To be still alive is a miracle. The greatest of all miracles is to be alive. And when you breathe in, you touch that fact, that miracle. And therefore, your breathing in can be a celebration of life. It will take 3 seconds, or 4 seconds, or 5 seconds, it depends. Time to be alive, time to enjoy your in-breath. Time to enjoy your out-breath. You just recognize your in-breath and your out-breath. You don't have to interfere with your in-breath and your out-breath. You don't work your breath, your breath. You don't have to bend, to force your in-breath and out-breath. If your in-breath is short, allow it to be short. If your out-breath is long, allow it to be too long. Don't try to force it, to bend it. The practice is called simple recognition of the in-breath and the out-breath. That is good enough. And the effect can be powerful already. The second exercise proposed by the Buddha is while you breathe in, you follow your in-breath from the beginning to the end. Because your in-breath may last 3 or 4 seconds. And your mindfulness, your awareness also lasts 3 or 4 seconds, the length of your in-breath. Suppose this marker represents my in-breath, and suppose this finger represents my mind, my mindfulness. I practice breathing in. I follow my in-breath all the way through. I'm breathing out. I follow my out-breath all the way through. This is the beginning of my out-breath. This is the end of my out-breath. And my mind is always with it. So mindfulness and concentration become uninterrupted. There is no interruption during the 3 or 4 seconds of the in-breath or of the out-breath. So the quality of your mindfulness, the quality of your concentration is improved. And the first exercise always leads to the second exercise. The second exercise is to follow your in-breath and your out-breath all the way through. Whether the in-breath are short or long, it doesn't matter. What is important that you follow you follow your in-breath from the beginning to the end. There is no interruption. Suppose you say, breathing in, I follow my in-breath. Oh, I forgot to turn off the light in my room. So there is an interruption. Just stick to your in-breath all the way through. And during that time, you cultivate your mindfulness and your concentration. And whether the in-breath or out-breath is short or long, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you are all the way with your in-breath and out-breath. You become your in-breath. You become your out-breath. And if you continue like that, naturally your in-breath will become deeper, slower, more harmonious, more peaceful. Because mindfulness, while embracing your in-breath and out-breath, can help your in-breath to be more calm, deeper. And that happens naturally. You don't have to make any effort. After a few minutes of breathing in and out like that, your in-breath will naturally become deeper, calmer, more harmonious, and your out-breath also. And you don't have to make any effort. In, out, will bring deep and slow.